historic opening of the PBA World Series of Bowling. Can Clara Guerrero become only the second woman ever to win a PBA title? They come from all over the planet for the sport's most prestigious international event, the World Series of Bowling. 240 pros from 21 countries are here in Las Vegas. Among them, the PBA's best. All competing for the multiple PBA titles that are up for grabs. It's professional bowling's ultimate test, full of triumphs and disappointments. And it's coming at you next on ESPN. This is PBA World Series of Bowling 5. Welcome to South Point in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's the PBA Cheetah Championship, opening event of WSOB 5. Time now to meet our finalists.
The number 4 seed, she's trying to become only the second woman in history to win a PBA Tour title. From Armenia, Colombia, South America, Clara Guerrero. The number 3 seed. He's the 2013 U.S. Open champion and former PBA Player of the Year from Pflugerville, Texas, Big Wes Malott. The number 2 seed is looking for his 38th career title. The 2013 ESPY Award winner for Best Bowler from St. Anne, Missouri, PDW, Pete Weber. The number 1 seed only needs to win 1 game today to take home the title. The 2012 PBA World Champion from Jackson, New Jersey, Parker Bone III.
And hello again, everybody. Mike Jakubowski with expert analysis today from Randy Peterson, PBA Hall of Famer and World Series of Bowling competitor.
Thanks, Mike. Yeah, it was a lot of fun and a great experience.
And this World Series of Bowling is quickly becoming an international must event.
It really is. You know, this is the 5th year for the WSOB and the 4th season here in Las Vegas. And this year's competition was represented by 21 different countries with 54 different international players taking to the lanes. The World Series of Bowling has truly become the pinnacle of international bowling.
And a historic event here at the PBA Cheetah Championship. Liz Johnson, the first ever to bowl for a PBA Tour title. Kelly Kulik, the first to win one. And now Colombia's Clara Guerrero makes her World Series of Bowling debut.
Yeah, you know, and I caught it firsthand because I crossed with Clara Guerrero throughout the entire qualifying rounds here at the World Series of Bowling. I watched what she did on Cheetah for 7 games. With 2 games to go, she shot back-to-back 260s to make it to the top 24. Once she got there with 3 games remaining, she was in 10th. So then she just stepped up and went 250, 260, 270 to capture the 4th and final spot on today's telecast. Mike, Clara is here to make history.
And she's going to have to go through 3 major title winners in order to make that history, facing Wes Malott in the opening match, Pete Weber in the semifinal, and then Parker Bone awaits in the championship match. Kimberly Pressler is the 3rd member of our broadcast team, standing by with the number 4 seed.
Clara, so this is the first time that you've made the live TV finals. How are you coping with the nerves?
I'm feeling good. I'm trying to stay calm, breathe a lot, and actually channel all those feelings that I have for something positive on good bowling.
Well, I'm sure your home country of Colombia is very proud of you. Best of luck today.
Thank you very much.
PBA Cheetah Championship lane conditions, 35 feet.
And Mike, today is a revolutionary first step in bowling to make visible the hardest thing to understand and describe in the game. An invisible oil that dictates strategy and scoring pace is now visible.
For the very first time, die has been added to show you the oil and the lane pattern, in this case the Cheetah. And now the first shot from Clara Guerrero, 10-time member of Team Colombia. Opening shot. Guerrero strikes to open the match.
Clara Guerrero playing to her strength. You can see the blue, the heavy concentration of oil is in the middle part of the lane, the outside part of the lane, not so much. And that's what Cheetah is all about. Dry to the outside, a little bit of oil in. Clara Guerrero playing to her strength, down and in, and nice and straight.
Wes Malott, 8-time PBA Tour titleist, 0 for 2 in his last 2 matches against women on television. Malott is the 2013 reigning men's U.S. Open champion. Guerrero strike on the board. Malott with his opening pitch. Outside line, strike apiece. Match on.
Big Wes Malott off of knee surgery. Didn't seem to hamper him winning this year's U.S. Open, but you can see just how little the big guy is using the knee bend there. He's tilting much more at the waist because he has to. He can't get low enough with his knee. Still has a lot of rehabbing to do, but doesn't seem to be bothering him here at the Cheetah Championship either.
.3610, high shot for Malott.
But if you get it right early on the Cheetah oil pattern, it has a tendency to hook early and hook high. That's exactly what happened there. Even though there's friction right, you can't get there too quick.
And an open frame for Malott. That 3-6-10 is always tricky.
That wasn't even close. I mean, he barely got the 3-pin.
So Guerrero on the strike, the 2-time world champion at the 2009 Women's World Championships. Toes the line here in the second. And 10-pin stands.
2 really good opening shots, though, for a first-timer on television, Mike. She's hit the pocket with both shots. Right now, she's fighting through a plethora of nerves, trying to keep the insides from coming outside.
Spare for Guerrero. Let's take a look back at this historic day on the PBA Tour.
Who can forget the performance by Kelly Kulick in the title match at the 2010 Tournament of Champions against Chris Barnes? I mean, she really put a beating on, winning by 70 pins, 260 to 190 over Barnes, to become the first woman ever to win on this tour, let alone win a major.
Third frame for Guerrero. Struck back here in the first. Does it again in the third.
She's got a lot of moxie. She can bowl. And this Cheetah oil pattern is right in her wheelhouse. She can go down and in from the outside part of the lane and use angle and accuracy to strike.
That's Ebonite rep Mike Calderon offering some coaching to Clara. Malott now looking to recover after the open frame. He qualified third, 246.6 average. Mixing strike. Malott recovers after the open frame. He trails by 14 pins here early. It's our opening match of the PBA Cheetah Championship. The winner advances to the semifinal to face Pete Weber.
The good news about Cheetah is it's a high-scoring oil pattern. If you get behind early, you still have a lot of time to string strikes and get back in the match. That's what Wes Malott is looking to do right now by throwing a strike here on the left lane.
Chance to double here and cut into the lead. Light, just the 2-pin, avoiding a lot of trouble there.
The good news for Wes Malott is Clara has not doubled yet. The bad news, he hasn't hit the pocket on the left lane yet. Guess what lane he's going to finish the match on? The left lane.
Was concerned about the direction of the spare ball, but fret not, a spare. Guerrero steps up. A key shot early here, Randy. 4th frame, and the chance for that first double you spoke of.
Yeah, and you don't want to give Malott any time to get back in the match. This is the time where she needs to step on his throat.
And 6 against the 10.
And another flat 10 on that right lane. The adjustment for her would be to move just a little bit right, have the ball check a little earlier, so it'll finish flush. There it is, that blue dye, illustrating the oil pattern here at Cheetah, 35 feet in length. I was standing left and just wheeling it on this. I felt like one of the big hook guys.
Spare for Guerrero, who got some advice from Kelly Hewitt.
My advice to Clara would just be to bowl your own game. She's been on the TV shows before. She has the experience under her belt to know what it's like to bowl on the cameras. And regardless of who she's going up against, if it's David or Goliath, she's going to go out there and bowl her game. And if she bowls her game, she's got just the same opportunity as anyone else does to win that title in that event.
Well, that's great advice, Kelly, but she's never experienced this type of an arena.
2 strikes on this left lane. And the 10-pin stands once again.
You got to commend her, though. The first 5 shots she's thrown under the bright lights of the PBA Tour and the World Series of Bowling have all hit the pocket. As you take a great look at that knee bend, she's got that kinetic tape on that knee for stability, but all 5 shots in the pocket.
Clean game so far for Clara Guerrero. Historic appearance, first ever for a woman in a telecast at the World Series of Bowling in our opening event, PBA Cheetah Championship. 5th frame of our opening match.
If Wes Malott strikes here and can throw a strike on the left lane and prove that he can somehow manage to hit the pocket on that lane, he can add just enough pressure and maybe have Clara think about something other than what she's doing and get right back in this match. He can cut the lead to 3 with 2 strikes back to back.
Powerful strike for Wes. World Series of Bowling action continues. Cheetah Championship today. And then we look forward to the rest of the pattern championships. The Viper, the Chameleon, the Scorpion. We'll close it out with the 5-player stepladder at the PBA World Championship, WTBA World Bowling Tour Finals before we get into the RPI and PBA 50 Finals action on ESPN. Now Malott up in the 6th. He can cut the lead to just 3 pins and a Wichita windmill and a reset.
Something in the crowd distracted him.
Yeah, appeared to be somebody that caught Wes at the moment, so a reset.
See the rings on that bowling ball showing you track flare migration on the equipment that Wes Malott is using.
Malott to cut the lead to single pin, sixth frame. Right, and flirting with the 2-8-10 again, this time just the 10.
He's in trouble. He cannot get to the pocket on the left lane. He's going to finish on that lane. I promise you, he liked the adjustment he made there, and he liked the execution, and it still went light. He is in big trouble.
Cleans up the 10-pin. Malott trails by 13 pins. Can Clara Guerrero ascend the stepladder? The rest of our opening match continues when we return to South Point. Back at the Cheetah Championship, look at these numbers for our top qualifiers. 250 plus for Parker Bohm and Guerrero with 246 and change.
Yeah, no big surprise when you look at those averages, but I want you to pay close attention to the 5th and 6th players. Craig Nidifer and E.J. Tackett, those are names that you'll be hearing about in the future.
Guerrero's up by 13, working the 6th frame. Spoke to her earlier, and she said, you know, I want to have fun, but I'm here to win, baby. I'm here to make history. And she's putting herself in a position to have that chance to ascend this stepladder. Leads by 13 pins, working on a spare. 6th frame. Bang! Down go 10, Guerrero strikes.
Has not missed the pocket halfway through this first game. As you take a look at her arsenal using a smackdown. 9.0 hook potential for that ball. Right now she's looking to smack down another strike and increase her lead to 23 pins over Wes Malott.
Clara's bowled around the world, many international titles, multiple Colombian titles. Seeking a PBA Tour title. Key shot in the 7th. Crossing, avoids the baby split, just the 3-pin.
The left lane has become ugly, and you can see that by Clara's adjustment of trying to get the weak 10 out. She probably moved a little bit to the right, and this ball checks early and goes high. The good news for her, she doesn't have to finish on that lane. That lane's become wet dry, Mike. You get it right early, it goes high. You get it in a little bit, it squirts and shoots down the lane without grabbing the lane surface.
Late stages of our opening match here at the PBA Cheetah Championship. And Guerrero is clean with a 13-pin lead. Neither player has doubled. The 2009 PBA Player of the Year and reigning U.S. Open champion Wes Malott in a bind here. 4 frames to play. Wes has liked this right lane, striking here every time thus far. And the 2-8, double wood.
Oh, now he's lost the right lane, and very.
Is that frame 4 or 5 transition?
He's trying to get some help from Tour rep Del Ballard Jr., sitting right on your screen there in the red shirt.
Wes chops down the double wood spare, trails by 15 pins as we enter the 8th frame.
And Wes going with a totally defiant. He's got something a little bit stronger that he can go to, and I was just going to suggest maybe going to a ball change because the ball he's using right now looks to be accentuating the wet-dry reaction. Finally got a strike on the left lane, Mike.
That he did. Mock celebration, but a big strike nonetheless. Seemed to me he made a move there. It was small, but a move nonetheless.
It looked like he got it right quicker. And then the ball checked and read sooner. A little more response and finally hooked up enough to get to the pocket.
Guerrero up 15, 8th frame. can shoot 229. Nixon gets the strike.
Well, Wes Malott has not had a lot of success against women on television, losing to Liz Johnson not once but twice. Lost back in, I believe it was 2005 Banquet Open, where he fouled twice. Liz Johnson then went on to take on Tommy Jones for the title. And then he lost to Liz again at this year's US Open in the Battle of the Sexes match.
Key shot in the foundation frame. Bang! Guerrero doubles, increases her lead.
Well, she finally tweaked it enough to where she could get her ball flush on that left lane. Remember, she kept coming in light, leaving the half 10, then went high the last shot. This time she feathers it beautifully, straight up first arrow and straight into the 1-3.
Admirable, I can't think of the right words, the display that Guerrero's putting on. Poise under pressure. Now, Malott must react. His own foundation frame trails by 25, can cut it to 15 with a strike.
Gotta have it. Wes has got to take it off the sheet to have any chance. He could still shoot 214. By striking out, he would force Clara Guerrero to get the first hit in the 10th. Clara can still shoot 229, but Wes has to put all the pressure on her. He can do that by striking out here in the 10th frame.
And Wes back on the left lane. Struck back there in the 8th. And Wes has made the adjustment.
Yeah, he really has to make her aware of the situation. Maybe the word intimidate is the right word. And now he's going to do what every savvy veteran is going to do to a first-time player on the show. He's going to take a re-rack and make her sit and think about it even more.
Looking away, not checking out the display. Wes goes with another tactic here to take the re-rack to buy a little time. So now it's a battle on the lanes, and it's a battle of nerves and will.
Wes taking a lot of time. That re-rack takes time. He's going to ice her. It's the right move, as long as he can strike. Brilliant. Brilliant.
And that's a lead change. Malott now leads by 5 and will force the first hit out of Guerrero in the 10th frame.
Well, he's all in with this shot here, and now he forces Clara Guerrero to get up and throw the first hit in the 10th unless Wes throws it in the gutter. Now he's going to take his spare ball out and throw it dead straight right down the middle.
Splashes the rack, 214 for Wes Malott. Posts the score. Guerrero will have ball in hand with a chance to advance to the semifinal.
Just looked at her coach, Mike Calderon. Now she needs to throw a shot here on the right lane. She's been real solid on.
2 strikes here previously. This is the big one to advance to the semifinal. 10th frame. And the 10-pin stands. Wes Malott finds a way to advance.
Boy, he really pulled that one out of a hat, because Clara only missed the pocket one time. All she left, other than the high hit in the 7th on the left lane, were 10 pins. Flat 10 in the 2nd, flat 10 in the 4th, another flat 10
here in the 10th frame. But what a gutsy performance for her first time on television.
A footing and timing issue, perhaps there, but a very impressive performance by Clara Guerrero from Colombia. As Wes Millat will move on to face Pete Weber coming up next in the semifinal.
There it is.
The shot she needed.
She's got a lot to be proud about.
2:14-2:08 finale. A lot advances. What an exciting performance from Guerrero. Coming up, Wes faces the one and only PDW, Pete Weber. It's a battle of the last two U.S. Open champions here at the World Series of Bowling.